morning and welcome along to another edition of Adventures with Otis. And this morning Otis and I are at his wonderful favourite park, Beechwood Park. Well, we were waiting for a sunrise this morning, but it's very overcast and looking due east. We're not going to be due at sunrise, so we're going to go for a little walk. What do you think, Otis? We're going to head from Beechwood Park, walk through Beechwood Park and walk through town over to another park called Belle Vue Park. That's the plan this morning. Once Otis has finished playing hide and seek. So good boy. Can you hear the cockerel in the background? Lots of smells this morning, Otis. It's very cold and not a crisp morning. It feels a bit on the damp side actually. Probably due to the low cloud cover this morning. Okay, Otis, down the steps. Otis, down the steps. This way. It's a good boy. Oh, Tish, you've overshot the mark. This way. Good boy. And across the newly built bridges of Beechwood Park. Come on, Otis. This way. Okay, down the steps. Good boy. Not much of a waterfall this morning. All looking quite stagnant. Over the bridge. It's a good boy. Some of the buds are starting to come. See, there's a lot of daffodils up the top. Didn't film the top of the park because it's a bit on the dark side. There's plenty of daffodils up there. Where are you off, Otis? This way. Come on. Good boy. Won't be long now though. We'll have lots of daffodils, bluebells, snowdrops, primroses. Yeah, all those sort of things. Fantastic. Good boy. This way, Otis, over the last bridge. This way. Come on, over the bridge. It's a good boy. The last view at Beechwood Park this morning. Or rather, last view up the dingle, I should say. Okay, and for those in Newport who were on the CB back in the 80s, who remembers Cough Drop and Excalibur? That was their CB handles. And they lived there. Unfortunately, they've been gone about 20 years now. Lovely people. Gordon and Nancy Lewis. Okay, wee fella, this way. And Vicky knows this area very well. There should be a label here. Teenage smoking quarters. Okay, young fella. And I can put this lead on. There we go. It's a good boy. Slow down, little fella. There you go. Okay. It's a good boy. This way. Well, and this is where we leave Beechwood Park. Opposite the amazing bread shop. And the best bike shop in Newport, Gwent Cycles. Okay, Otis, this way. And from here you can see right the way through Beechwood, got the Beechwood Church and all the shops. Okay, Otis, we'll cross here, just wait for the traffic to slow down. Okay, we'll cross the middle, slowly. Okay, all the way across. It's a good boy. Okay, cross, good boy. And past the great old one-stop shop. And cross over. Wait, Otis. Okay, cross. Good boy. Okay, we'll head down this one. Okay. And this is Walmer Road. So all the streets in the Beechwood area are named after places with castles, I believe. You know, Walmer, Windsor, Carisbrooke, Arundel, and the list goes on and on. That's a good boy. Look at this, real sleepy street. Where all the bedroom curtains are closed. All these people who don't wake up till the afternoon. I can hear a few people calling me cheeky. It was Otis, really. He hates being on the lead, he really does, especially when he's got a scent up his nose. Okay, Otis, cross over. Goodbye to Walmer Road. We're now on Conway Road. And Poots and I are just going to walk over in the middle of the road for this bit. There's no cars coming. This was the old Pell's factory, sweet factory. It's now called Cellar Confectionery Limited. And the Pell's family started this back many moons ago. Look at the beautiful picture. Life is sweet. Alongside Usk Vale fire station. Okay, Otis, this way. So this is where Conway Road, Parts and Archibald Street begins. But we're going to head underneath the railway and head over toward Corporation Road. Look, even beautiful graffiti on the side wall here. All your favourite sweets. This way. Good boy. And as a kid, this is one of the railway arches I used to love to walk through and echo and shout and sing. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's up to Belle Vue Park we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-ho. I ought to apologise for singing, because my singing is absolutely atrocious, but nah. And this brings us to Pottery Lane. That's a good boy. This way, Otis. Okay, so you have the junction here of Phillip Street and Halstead Street, I believe. Oh, just pulling me to any park indeed, even a newly built corner park. This is on the corner of Halstead Street and Corporation Road. Very nice indeed. Okay, we're going to cross over here. Good boy. And we're now on Corporation Road. And here we are, George Street Bridge. As a kid, there were only two bridges in Newport. There was this one and the Old Town Bridge. Well, you had the Transporter Bridge as well, but that was more of a workman's bridge for the workers of Orb Steelworks. And that only carried 6 vehicles at a time and a handful of passengers. So, yeah, really, these are the two town bridges, George Street Bridge and the Newport City Bridge, or Newport Bridge. Nowadays, though, you've got the Newport City Bridge, Transporter Bridge, the George Street Bridge, you've got the Millennium Walkway, and you've also got the Old Town Bridge. And I always used to think this was an amazing adventure, walking over George Street Bridge. And for those who watch Casualty, just over the way is where they staged the scene of a car coming over the bridge and then crashing through the barrier. As a kid, we used to love looking down these little grids just to see if there were boats going underneath, which they did very, very infrequently. There's a great view from here of the Transporter Bridge, looking upstream, so we're actually bringing you upstream now towards us. Then you've got the Newport City Bridge on the SDR Road, and then we're on the four-poster, the old George Street Bridge. And if I zoom in, you just about make it at the Beechwood area, Eves Well, and looking across towards the Maindy area. And in the foreground, this is all the Corporation Road area. And over in the distance there, you can see this little mound, and that's the mound of Somerton. I didn't know that till recently. Okay, Otis, let's go. Up the pillar here and zoom in a bit. George Street Bridge. This tablet commemorates the opening of the bridge on the 9th of April 1964 by Councillor William Trevor Vaughan, JP. Mirror of Newport. Fantastic. Well, we're going to head down the steps here, and just before I do, I'll just show you how Newport has changed over the years. I'll see if I can find an old photograph of this area. This is now the Newport Crown Court, and there's some business buildings there. Where the business buildings are, that used to be a railway station. It did, the Brecon Canal and Monmouth Railway. And I got a little surprise for you in a moment. But looking this way, that is known now as the Octopus Roundabout, and years ago that used to be the Octopus Bridge. And the dual carriageway here used to be railway lines on this side and that side, and in the middle there was a canal, the Monmouthshire and Brecon Canal, travelled right the way down through the middle, underneath the Octopus Bridge and down to Newport Docks. Okay, just down the steps. It's amazing how much Newport has changed over the last 10-15 years even. All this sort of started being built in around about 2009, maybe just about before. And this way. This is the Newport Student Village. And this used to be known as Scrapyard Wharf. Okay, well, we're going to walk past the Newport University Student Village and just take a little stroll along the riverbank, just for a few hundred yards. And from here we get a great view of the Jaw Street Bridge. And I mentioned the Octopus Bridge earlier. The Octopus Roundabout is just beyond, and just here we have the Octopus Lounge, and it's a great place to come and have a coffee and Joe's ice cream of many flavours. I will show you the flavour chart. Absolutely fantastic. And they also do takeaway and home delivery. Wow! Don't I know it? This way, Otis. Well, something else I wanted to show you. So here we are at the Octopus Roundabout, which used to be the Octopus Bridge, and we're now standing where the canal used to run through, and just behind the mini dealer here was the start of the Old Town Dock. And by magic, I'll bring up a picture for you to show you what it used to look like. Okay, Otis, this way. Okay, Otis, you ready to cross? Good boy. Okay, keep going. Good boy. There we are, the Octopus Bridge. Now the Octopus Roundabout. And the building we're at now, once upon a time, was a railway station. This was the entrance gates for the Monmouthshire Railway and Canal Company. There we go, and they're still here. This would be the entrance to the railway and also the canal. This way, Otis. Otis, let's cross. Good boy. And this is where we enter into Rupert Street. And I are going to wander through the Asda car park. Just for old time's sake. Pretend we're walking through the Newport Cattle Market. I believe one of the only pens left are these. So this is the actual pens that the animals would have been kept in back in the day of the Newport Cattle Market. And we've got a sign here I'd love to show you. This is the main entrance to the cattle market. 1844. A little bit of history there. I'm going to continue across the car park and down the steps at the rear entrance. This way, boy. Good boy. Quite a sizable hospital, this one, isn't it, the Royal Gwent? Most of the wards have been transferred to the New Grange Hospital up towards Cwmbran. Most of this now is for dedicated operations and things such as urology and eyes and ears, and the maternity ward is still there. Okay, little fella. Well, this walk gets turned a bit of a nostalgia walk really for me. Back there in Herbert Walk, as well as Andy Guy's mum, we had a lassie called Irene, I think her name was, and then CB handle, I believe, was Rainbow, and she was good friends with Damien and Andy back in the day. And talking of which, we're getting very close now to number 59 Cardiff Road, which is where all our radio misadventures began. Doesn't live here anymore, but hi to Damien, aka Black Baron. There we go, number 59. No aerials out there today, Damien. Hey Andy, Mr. Guy, that brings back memories, doesn't it? D'Artagnan. Okay, Otis and I are now going to head over the road to this beautiful park. And there's no traffic, so I'm not going to press any buttons. It's still very early in the morning. Not a glimmer of sunrise though. Absolutely. It's obviously risen. Okay, Otis, you can cross. It's obviously risen, but hiding behind those grey, battleship grey clouds. Green light, come on. Oh, it's turned red now. And this leads us to the other beautiful park beginning with B. Welcome to Belle Vue Park. And if you like a brief history, Belle Vue Park is the only public park in Wales to have been designed by the leading Edwardian landscape architect Thomas Mason, or Mawson. It opened at a cost of £19,500 back in September 1894 on land presented to Newport Council in 1891 by Lord Tredegar. The restored pavilion and conservatories provide modern facilities for a wide range of community and educational events. Pavilion, conservatories and associate facilities are available for hire. Many full details can be obtained at the park development manager. Toilet facilities are also located at the pavilion. And I'm just going to quickly go through these because there's so much. Please pause and read for yourselves. So there's the bowling green, the fairy garden, the fiery garden, tennis courts, Lime Avenue, general information. I'll read that because park open between 6 AM and closes 30 minutes before dusk. All dogs should be on the lead at all times and only authorised vehicles permitted in the park. Okay, Otis. And no authorised filming is permitted within the park. Oh dear. Not quite sure about that. Now this is the park itself. And we are here. Okay, Otis. This way. Well, I wish I brought your 5 or 8 metre lead with me and not just this Hessian rope lead. As I was walking through town, I prefer to have a strong lead just in case Otis decides he's not going to listen to me. When does that happen? All the time. And there are lots of people walking their dogs around the park, all abiding by the lead rule. Okay, good boy. Oh, and there's lots of squirrels bounding about. And this is in memory of Pierce Blackbow, or Borrow, Shackleton Stowaway Expedition, 1914 to 1916. Well, I'm not sure which route to take, so I think we'll zigzag up the park. This way, Otis. So Otis, would you like to carry your lead for a little while? There you go. Sorry guys, he's still on the lead. Otis is definitely still on the lead. Very ornate bridges along here. Absolutely beautiful. That's a good boy. The steps we go, Otis. It's a good boy. That's a good boy. Fantastic. Let me fill the bowl up. It's a good boy. There you go, young fella. Ooh, you're going to drink off there, are you? Okay, I just put him in the bowl. Have a drink a bit later on, is it? Okay. And this looks like a sundial, Otis. Oh, let's go and count the stones. Looks like a sundial bed in the centre. Just wondering. Shame he's still not got an arm. Or the actual sundial. Like counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh well, okay Otis, let's head over to the pavilion and bandstand. In all things of nature, there is something marvellous. Aristotle, to recognise the importance of nature in helping us through the 2020 coronavirus pandemic. And I think I've mentioned this once before actually, but here we are. So this is our charter, universal suffrage, no property qualification. This is the annual Parliament's equal electoral districts. That refers to 1839 and John Frost. Okay Otis, this way. And this is the back entrance to the pavilion and also the amazing conservatories. And today they're at tea rooms. They also hold different functions here, like craft fairs and well, tea parties and receptions and things. All those good things. Oh, lovely to see the flowers blooming. Spring is on its way. Yeah, I think we'll walk around the tea rooms and finish up on the pavilion, I think. It'd be lovely to have a cup of tea and a slice of cake before we head home. What say you, Otis? But maybe we're a little bit early. Queen Elizabeth Field, Diamond Jubilee, 2012, Fields Interest. Okay. And this was awarded by Newport Civic Centre, Belle Vue Park, opened by 1842 by Lord Tredegar, designed by Thomas Mawson, landscape architect. The Windermere restored in 2006 with the aid of Heritage Lottery. Okay, down the steps. It's a good boy. Okay, wait there. Okay, and again. It's a good boy. Well, the gardens have all been prepared ready for spring. Looking forward to the flowers blooming. And here's the great bandstand of Belle Vue Park. And this is where we're going to end our video today. So thank you very much for joining us. Please click on the like and subscribe. And also click that notification bell. Or ding it if you'd like to be notified of any future videos. So until next time, all the best from me and a cheerio from Otis. Bye. Otis, sit.